What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, I saw a video of Stacey McKinley speaking about Boots versus Crawford. So I was asked my opinion about that. The man's entitled to his opinion, and I agree with a lot he says, and there's a lot that I don't agree with. And one of the differences with guys like, and I have to say it like that, guys like Stacey McKinley is, okay, these old school trainers are stuck in a certain mindset where, now don't get me wrong, I agree with him when he compared Tank Davis to Roberto Duran. And, this guy Blair Cobb says that Tank would have knocked Duran out, and saying what Hearns did, and okay, whatever. We'll never know, so it's really irrelevant. Now, my opinion though, I don't think Tank Davis beats Roberto Duran. I don't. The reason I don't think he beats Duran is real simple. Okay. Tank Davis, he is smart enough to get space between him and his opponent. He'll make you have to catch up to him. Okay. Tank doesn't run, he moves. Okay. The problem with that is Roberto Duran was able to go way up in weight, which means I don't think Tank Davis' punch bothers him the way people think. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't, and also, he's gonna at some point have to like those shots. And Tank is a power puncher, and a guy like Duran, who throws volume and comes to break you down, I don't think Tank is able to get comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? Now, can he catch him? It's possible. It's possible. But at the same time, that's the only way I see Tank winning, is if he knocks out Duran. I don't see him outpointing Duran, outskilling Duran. I just don't see that shit. I don't think Tank beats Mayweather. I don't think Tank, unless he knocks him out, beats Pacquiao. Like Tank is, I keep listening. And I agree. I don't see these fighters. It has nothing to do with the era. Like I'm like a favoritism to a particular era. No, I'm looking at the fighters, and I agree with that. Okay. Now, even his assessment on Crawford versus Boots, if he thinks that Crawford wins, hey, for me, it's not about. For me, I don't want the fight saying, I know for a fact Boots is going to win. No, for me, it's a fight that people would want to see. Simple. Now, what I don't agree with, now, he said Terrence Crawford is a master boxer, right? I agree with that. He said when you're a master boxer, you're not supposed to get hit. People don't touch you. Well, Crawford gets hit. He gets touched. Yes, he does. So when he says that, you're overlooking the fact that Crawford, yes, go look at video. Go look at the fights. He gets hit just as much as Boots does. He said Boots doesn't know how to cut off a ring. This is what people fail to realize. That guy, whatever it is, forget his name, that Boots fought, and they keep bringing this one particular fight up. That guy, for one, doesn't even fight like Crawford. So what applied to that fight wouldn't have anything to do with the Terrence Crawford fight. That guy had good footwork, but that guy ran. The earlier rounds, you can say, okay, he was using his footwork and moving, and he's fighting back a little, and it got to the point he wasn't even fighting. He was just running, trying to survive. Okay, I don't care how good you cut off a ring. You're going to be literally running up to a guy, okay, to catch him, to get up, and the guy's not trying to fight. He's just running, hold, run. The guy wasn't even fighting. No one brings that up. And it goes to show you the level of hate for Jaron Ennis, because anytime people call Mayweather a fucking runner. There was a time people called Sugar Ray Leonard a runner, Ali a runner. But then when they want to compare them to other people, they call it dancing. You understand what I'm saying? But then, when they want to try to shame someone else. So wait, you call that shit running? Now, Muhammad Ali moved a whole lot more than Floyd. Ray Leonard moved a whole lot more than Floyd. Okay, Floyd moves when he needs to, and Ray Leonard and Ali did it. That was just part of their style. Like no, we want to showboat, dance, and move, even if we don't have to, especially Ali. Okay, but the point is, and don't get it twisted, it was still done with purpose. But you call those guys runners at one point. This shit that you call this guy that fought Boots, somehow he wasn't a runner. He was just so skillful, and Boots couldn't cut off the ring. That guy was running. He was not trying to engage. Okay, plain and simple. So, that being said, that guy fights nothing like Terrence Crawford, and his style has nothing to do with the way Crawford would fight Boots. Now, I don't care who you think wins the fight. The point is, it's a fight that the people would want to see. So, I don't have any real disagreements in terms of who you think would win the fight. I'm not saying I agree either. One of the things that people fail to fucking realize, and I'm telling you, hopefully, I want to see Crawford win this fight coming up with this guy Madrimov or whatever. But should he lose this fight, okay, should he lose this fight, the people that's claiming Madrimov is dangerous, they would try to say, oh, that guy would beat Boots. Right? That's what they're going to claim. Because they don't want to put their foot in their mouth. Crawford is 36, right? Like I said, he's fighting the guy with 11 fights. When Floyd was 36, he was fighting and whooping Canelo's ass. What people fail to realize, okay, as you get older, the boxing style that Crawford has, why he's more susceptible to get knocked out than Floyd is because he does not have Floyd defensive skills. I don't care what the fuck. All of this fantasy shit people keep talking. Y'all keep making it seem like him and Floyd are exactly the same or something, but Crawford goes for the knockout. Floyd didn't. Floyd's defense was way better. You look at how many, and the thing is, it's not like we're saying Crawford has a weak chin. He gets hit though. Yeah, he gets cracked. We've seen that even in the Stanionis fight. He gets hit. So, that being said, when you fight a guy that can crack, that's all it takes a lot of times. We've seen guys I mean, look, James Toney was getting outboxed by Michael Nunn all night. Michael Nunn started to get tired. James Toney kept the pressure on. He was way behind, needed a knockout to win. Well, he got it in the 11th round. We've seen many fights happen that way where one guy, Iran Barkley, was known for that. He's getting outboxed, but he lands that shot, bow, gets the guy out of there. You know, so those things happen. But what I don't understand about people is like real simple, right? They all try to fucking find a way to knock Jerron Boots Ennis. People don't remember, Crawford got the same type of fucking treatment when he was coming up. When he beat, what's the little Cuban guy? The little short motherfucker. Bottom line, the same guy Tank fought, and he had a Gamboa. Again, when he fought Gamboa, yeah, there was fans that was pissed off. Oh, big deal. Oh, Tank. What's his name? Crawford probably should be in a different weight class anyway. He just beat a smaller guy. Every excuse. See, they all go through it. They all go through it. Because you get to a certain status, then there's always somebody else that want to come and take your spot. Okay, or they want to shine with you, one or the other, okay? And basically what happens is people start to look at this fighter like he's from a different generation. He's not from the same generation. Okay, cool. Who this little young buck? That's the mentality. So they start trying to find everything wrong and try to give every advantage. Listen, nobody can question that Jerron Boots Ennis can fight. You can talk all the shit you want. You can have your opinion that he can't fight. Okay, cool. As I said before, if it's such a walk in the park, if this guy's not a threat, there's no fucking way that Crawford would ask for $25 million. And he's not even getting that in his next fight for a title. Like I told you before, there's no way. You gotta pay attention to what's going on. Old school fighter. One thing about old school trainers, this is what I always had an issue with, and I used to tell them motherfuckers, listen here. I am who I am. Okay? I believe in being a hybrid fighter. You motherfuckers try to limit me to this. Well, this is the way I did it. This is the way I grew up. This is the way I'm. And no, that shit you doing is outdated. Not that it should be dismissed, because it does come in handy. But your mental Rolodex is only going to be as deep as what you learned, and they limit you to try to fight a certain way. So, and they only know how to train you one way. And I would always tell them, like, nah, fuck that, man. Well, this shit you doing, that's not what the fuck. Like, like, at one point, I remember one trainer had me trying to skip around like Muhammad Ali and all. Now, I can fight on the back foot. I can fight coming forward. I can, whatever. I can fight close range, mid range, whatever. Long, it doesn't matter. Hand speed, foot speed, great chin, all of that. Crazy power. Okay? Heart, determination, all that. Grit, got that dog in me. None of that shit was ever questioned. The reason this guy was trying to have me fight that way, this motherfucker literally told me because of my skin complexion. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So you think I'm gonna be bruised up at the end of the fight? Where, okay, let's say if I did, that come to territory. He said, nah, I don't want you to get cut. And you know when you, and I'm like, so you, okay, so light skinned dudes cut and dark skinned dudes don't cut. What are you saying? No, I'm saying like this and this. I said, okay. And my coach that I started training with was there. At the time, we worked together, but he became my coach, like my trainer. Basically, we worked together like more exclusive after that. Where he said, man, he barely even gets hit. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, man, I got power. You got me skipping around like I don't have, like who the fuck, like, and basically, it took this motherfucker to watch me work and watch me tear down his top fighters for him to go, nah, I see it now. I see what you're saying. I'm not against going on the back foot if I feel like, let me do that. Let me give this motherfucker a different look or whatever. I'm not, you know, one of these people that just throw shit out. No. But my point, they try to limit you. And pretty much, he was always talking about Angelo Dundee and Ali and Ray Robinson and Ray Leonard. And so that's the style that he likes, is the movers. And I said, cool, no problem. I mix all of that shit up. You're trying to exclusively have me just dancing and moving, damn, like I'm some little soft, scary bitch or something. Like, man, I'm not running from these motherfuckers. Have you not seen my power? And when he started seeing me knocking dudes out, one punch, he was like, shit. So you understand? They just have it locked in them. So you have to prove them wrong for them to understand. And even when that happens, they start trying to dig in their mind and find somebody that could beat you. Because, well, that won't work with this person. That won't work with that person. And pretty much, I just didn't like the way he trained. Because, like I said, he was trying to limit me. In his mind, that's not what he was trying to do. But that's what he was doing. You understand what I'm saying? And I said, nah. I started working with my coach, Jamal. That's when he started to understand, like, no, I get it now. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like us watching Anthony Joshua. Let's say, for example, if Anthony Joshua, the way he was fighting after the loss to Ruiz, let's say if that's how Anthony Joshua always fought, we would have been saying, yo, this dude is too big and too strong to not let his hands go, not set those punches up with more confidence. But it's because we saw what he used to do. That's what we can compare him to. His old self. We wasn't comparing him to nobody else. We were comparing him to his old self. At least I was. So what I'm saying, the trainers couldn't get through to Anthony Joshua. AJ was headstrong in the sense of, okay, fighters get brain damage. They go through things physically where they're no good at the end of their life after boxing. And I'm not going to be that guy. And he just basically got to a point where he was trying to fight in a style that did not suit him. Okay, in my situation, this particular situation, it was a trainer who was in Anthony Joshua's role in my mindset. He's trying to get me to do something that it's like, and don't get me wrong, I can fight off the back foot. I can move all night. I can dance. I got the legs for everything. It doesn't, no, but I have crazy power is what I'm saying, both hands. And people started to see that. And with the hand speed, and it was just constant knockout after knockout after knockout after knockout after knockout. And basically what the trainer was telling me was that afterwards, he said, no, I apologize, man. He said, I see what you're saying. I didn't, I train a certain style. And I said, I get that. That's exactly what I was telling you. You're limiting me to the style that you train with. What you train is one of the ways I fight. I mix it up how I need to. I'm a technician in the brain, man. I know what I'm supposed to do. I make fights easier for my trainers because they know I understand what's happening. You understand what I mean? So when you listen to people like Keith Thurman, Roy Jones, okay, Paulie Malignaggi, when you listen to Chris Algieri, you hear people give fight breakdowns and talk about the mechanics of a fighter, right? Yeah, that means if you can speak it, you should know how to do it yourself. Now, there are trainers that are solid trainers but wasn't good fighters. So as many times you know what to do. Dominic Brazil is another one. He has a great understanding of boxing, but he can't do the things that he would probably be able to train and teach to a fighter, at least explain to them. It doesn't work for him. He's too slow. You know, he doesn't have the hand speed. He has power, but he doesn't have the hand speed, the foot speed. He doesn't have any of those, like he doesn't have any real gifts. There's nothing special about him, but he does have a good brain for boxing. So this is what I'm saying. It's like you have fighters that's like that. They know already what the trainer's telling them before the trainer even say it. They already know what they have to do. You got players that, you know, they both, you could take basketball players where, you know, a guy is like take a Clyde Drexler and a Michael Jordan, two great players, right? But there's huge differences between the two. Michael Jordan's thinking brain is different from Clyde Drexler's as well, and he has everything else that Clyde has, but better. And this here, and his heart, his grit, his determination, he refused to lose. It's different, man. So what I'm saying is, Clyde Drexler, yeah, you can go put a nice highlight reel of him together. There's a reason why the Bulls did what they did and why Portland kept falling short to them. It's reasons for that. Okay, so when you are a technician out there, that's why when you hear them rate coaches, right? And let's say, for example, I think it's unfair to, but for example, people would always put other coaches over Phil Jackson because they're saying he got Jordan. You know, he got, like, okay. What if they had a different coach, right? See, that's the thing about a coach. If the team look great, yo, that coach did a great job. If the team doesn't play the way they're supposed to, then the coach gets all the blame. Okay, on the field, on the court, it's always the star player that gets the blame. So as far as the players go. So yeah, you got to look at things, man. Like, I look at everything from a reality, man, a standpoint of reality. I don't look at shit on no, basing it on what I want it to be or who I want to win. I like Boots and I like Crawford as fighters. You understand what I mean? As fighters. And so for me, it's not even about who I want to win. Between the two of them, I don't really care who wins. I look at it this way. And I'm not focused on nobody's legacy and all that shit, but for the fact, when I look at what Crawford has already done, and the fact that, like I say, he's 36 already. Boots still have more years to go. So you're talking about the future versus the present in terms of stature. Who's the biggest star? Okay? In terms of skill, this is why you want to know. So, you prove that by fighting each other. If we go by the bullshit that most of these people are talking, well, Duran and Leonard should have never fought. It wasn't no big deal. Hearns and Leonard should have never fought. It wasn't no big deal. Hagler and Leonard should have never fought. Hagler should have never fought Duran. Hagler should have never fought Leonard. Leonard should have never fought Duran. It's no big deal. You understand what I mean? It's just another fight. That's all. No big deal. Ali should have never fought Frazier. Marciano should have never fought Joe Louis. Tyson should have never fought Holyfield. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the attitude that people have now. You have these guys that are on the come up. There's always somebody trying to get their start. Okay? Plain and simple. So, yeah, that's my take on it, man. It's not even about who I want to win. It's just a good fight that I wouldn't mind seeing, and a whole lot of other people wouldn't mind seeing it. But for some reason, people just have this mentality like, in this day and time, Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua aren't different. Francis Ngannou is the same as Tyson Fury, or like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, people don't even understand the difference, so they don't even care anymore. The casual mindset, and like what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck if you're a Crawford fan or a Jaron Boots Ennis fan. Why would you not want to see that fight? Why would you not want to see it? That's my whole thing. But we'll see, and also, what you would think some of these older fucking trainers would say is, you know, I'm interested to see what Jerron Boots Ennis can do. You know, even if you think Crawford's a better fighter, but just to understand, he's trying to get his spot. He wants to show and prove. You know, you make it sound like he don't want the smoke. Like he just there and Crawford saying, hey, what's up? And he's like, nah, I don't have to fight you. No, that's not what it is. In fact, in the beginning of that video, I think it was on True School. I think it was the guy from True School. Shout out to True School. I think it was True School. Yeah, it was. I believe so. Well, shout out to him even if it wasn't, but I think it was him. That was conducting the interview. But he basically said that it's like, he made a mention of like Boots' team and them feeling like there's no real need to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. Once again, high risk, low reward. That's how they look at these guys. Crawford was once in that situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, guys need to be more humble though, because the same way, if that's how Crawford is looking at Boots, well, that's how Canelo's looking at Crawford. Y'all still don't understand. His accomplishments still don't put him in the same seat as Canelo. So, with all of what he accomplished, just like, for example, Devin Haney was the undisputed champion at 135, but who was the most popular? Tank Davis. You understand what I mean? Who's the favorite? Who's the A-side? Tank Davis. Yet, the guy with all the belts, no. You see what I mean? So, just because he became a two-time undisputed champion in 2 weight classes, that shit don't mean nothing in Canelo's world. You understand what I mean? So he should know how it feels to want to fight somebody and then they're like, nah. You understand? Simple. But anyway, I got something for you guys that basically, it's not really so much a follow-up, but I want to bring some proof to y'all so people can understand. I want to break something down to you about how people misinterpret shit. They see something, hear something, and completely take it on a whole different direction from the way it was actually intended. And y'all will see exactly what I mean. I'm gonna show you just how simple this shit is. Just how simple it is. But yeah, it is what it is, man. You got 2 good fighters, man. One younger than the other. One trying to, you know, make his mark, and the other one is pretty much on his way out. And he's, you know, they're on 2 different paths right now. That's all that really is. And it's not so much the fighters, like I said. It's the idiot fanboys that love to run their mouth and act like it's wrong for 2 of the top fighters to actually fight. Yet, it was okay for Crawford to call out Canelo. Then y'all said Canelo was ducking. Somehow he's not ducking Boots, but Canelo is ducking him. And what made it so stupid is Canelo is 168 pounds. Crawford was 147 at the time, which he's still paying sanctioning fees at 147, okay? Him and Boots in the same fucking division. So there's no way you can say that Canelo was running and he's fighting at 168 and Canelo and Crawford's at 147. Yet Crawford and Boots, same exact division, but he's not running. And this is what your stupid logic. You're the ones making the claim that Canelo is ducking him. And the crazy thing is, the first thing came out of you hypocrites' mouth is, yo, he know he gonna get the same type of beatdown he got from Floyd. Wait, y'all hate Floyd. Y'all same motherfuckers that be talking shit about Floyd. Now all of a sudden, now you want to admit he beat Canelo down. But before y'all always said, oh man, Floyd chose him because he was too young. Floyd ain't choose shit. The fight happened. It was supposed to happen. So, Floyd versus Canelo would be Terrence Crawford's version if he fought Boots. Only Boots is older than Canelo was, but he's still a lot younger than Crawford. Okay? Still in his 20s, late 20s. Crawford's 36. That would be his big test. Errol Spence was a division rival. Okay, already an accomplished fighter. So that's what I'm saying. That would be his test. So yeah, bottom line is, that's all. Fight fans want to see fights. You casuals just want to hear a bunch of yaya. And that's all that is. So yeah, I mean, Kingsley gave his opinion. And yeah, I like I said, listen, we don't need to guess or assume nothing once people sign the fucking contract, right? We gonna find out come fight night. It's just the point now that most of these fights just don't happen. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that whole situation. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.